I go up to the cashier and I was like, hey, just so you know, there's like some kid out there. He was asking me to buy something for him, and he like tried to grab my wallet. And she was just like, oh my gosh, it's this. And she pointed to this little blue bottle on the counter that I've never seen before. Looks like that. And I was like, oh, what's that? Like a 5-hour energy? And she was like, no, this stuff is so sad. I have people coming in here 5-6 times a day to get this. It's so addictive.
Now, there are a number of products containing kratom and tianeptine being sold over the counter. The issue? Many say they contain addictive qualities, even earning them the name gas station heroin.
That's heavy. Health officials are worried that these products are falling into the hands of children. Dr. Michael Lynch is here to explain exactly what these supplements are and how they affect your body. And Dr. Lynch, we were just talking about, I was getting gas the other day and I saw kratom and tianeptine being advertised to me right on the TV screen, like, come on in, buy it. And if I was younger and had no idea, I would probably go in. But what exactly are these drugs?
Yeah, it's everywhere. You can buy it in gas stations, online. Both of them have properties similar to opioids, so they really work in the brain in the same kind of way. They're not as powerful as like prescription drugs or heroin and those things, but they can have the same effect, can cause toxicity where people get sick, go into comas, and if they take them over time consistently, then they can go into really bad withdrawal that we need to treat just like any other kind of opioid withdrawal.
Wow, is that now gas station? Is that the only place where you can find these things? Where else are they located?
Yeah, I mean, again, so gas stations, and I think that the gas station heroin term has been coined, but any CBD shop, certainly gas stations online. I mean, you can certainly order anything online, not like the dark web, just regular. I looked it up this morning and got many hits and hundreds of pages of different products, including something called 7-hydroxymetragenine or 7-O, which is part of kratom that gets sort of concentrated, and it's much more powerful. And we've seen more of that lately as well.
I mean, I'm looking at some of the advertising here for it, and it just makes it look so pleasant.
It does.
Yeah, just so innocent, but it's really not.
No, yeah, it does. It looks almost like a 5-hour energy drink.
Yep,
I could see why somebody would think that. And you're buying it somewhere where it's not controlled, it's just kind of out there. So you think, oh, this is probably safe, but it can have pretty significant effects and people can really get addicted to it.
So why do people use these products? Because the title in and of itself, feel free. I don't know anything. I want to feel more.
Yeah.
So what exactly, is there a euphoric experience?
Yeah, so some people use it for euphoric experience. Kratom in particular has been used in other parts of the world to treat symptoms of withdrawal from other opioids, as well as for pain. So people use these meds for any of those. Tianeptine is actually used in other parts of the world as an antidepressant. So there is sort of at least a thought that there should be a positive or possibly euphoric experience or an improvement of negative sensation, particularly pain or withdrawal.
Yeah, well, what are some of the risk of using this? I mean, we talked earlier about how it's being compared to heroin. What happens when you take these products and then maybe become addicted to them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you take too much, it can certainly make you pass out. In tianeptine's case, some people have seizures because of some of the other properties other than the opioid. But a lot of what we see that's the main problem is people do get addicted and their bodies become dependent. And when they go into withdrawal, they feel really bad. They need to come to the hospital or seek treatment in substance use facilities or other providers, and sometimes even start on the same kinds of medications we use to treat people for fentanyl or heroin use. So it's not quite that severe or that potent, but especially when you stop it, it can have a lot of the same symptoms.
And I mean, we're having this conversation today, but I know we're not the first people to have it. Is there regulation coming for this? I would hope that, the more that we all start talking about the effects, the more regulation will come in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's challenging. I mean, it is currently unregulated, and that's part of the problem too, is you sell something and you say it's something, but there's really nobody ensuring that that's what it is. And in particular, the 7-hydroxy or that concentrate isn't even the natural kratom product. It's really been derived and heavily chemically altered to make it more potent. And the other one, like I said, is essentially a prescription drug in other countries. So it's certainly being looked at. I'm not aware of anything immediately coming. I think at least part of it is even truth in advertising, making sure we know what's in it, and then education, as you're doing right now, to make sure people know that this isn't just a 5-hour energy or something like that. It's something you can get hooked on and cause really bad health problems.
Yeah, well, if you're out there and someone feels like they're hooked on it, or maybe they know someone who is, how do those people get help?
So there's lots of different ways to seek help. It can be hard to navigate, but the same kind of help you would get if you had an addiction to anything else, prescription medications, illicit medications. So that can be through your primary care doctor. If the symptoms are bad enough, you can go into an emergency department. Every county in Pennsylvania has something called a single county authority, which works with local drug and alcohol treatment providers, and they're a great resource. And then there are online places where you can look it up, like a Department of Drug and Alcohol programs. You can say Get Help Now, as well as a Pennsylvania-wide 800 number, 1-800-GET-HELP.
Wow. And I mean, just because it's widely available does not make it safe.
No.
I feel as though sometimes that's a misconception.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, Twizzlers are also you know, shouldn't buy them out either. But thank you so much for your advice on this. This is great.
Good information.
If you or someone you know has questions about these substances, the Poison Center is available 24/7. You can dial the number on your screen for help, and we're also going to have that info on our website, kdk.com/talkpittsburgh.
All right, coming up on the show, we're talking about a healthy way to boost your energy, fitness, the fast, no excuse workouts made for busy moms when Talk Pittsburgh returns.